Good evening and welcome to Season 15 of Next Gen. It is the round number 5 of the Linscott Ginetta GT5s. We're here at the Red Bull Ring with 15 drivers in what is classified as like a slipstream heaven. Should be a cracking race. Let's see the drivers. We have debutant BM Graham 40. See how he goes today. Seeks 44 returns with Boy Rexa 14. Bar Mark 1, Prosser 14. Shadowstalker DBS, web user Johnny, the Les, who are not really identical a lot of liveries. Johnny's just a bit further behind. NGR Fraser. NGR Tim 78 has joined this round. NGR Scooby G, Lightblade 2K18 returns, which is good to see him. Adam Morris, Sandwalk 3, and Jamie WRX as the host. So, we have 3 different classes running today. Obviously we have the overall championship to worry about, the Pro Championship and the Pro-Am, whereby see if I can find the tables whilst qualifying is going on. Obviously 10 minutes worth of qualifying. See who gets pole position. Tables are as follows. So in the overall category, Boy Rexa 14 is currently leading on 79 points from NGR Jamie WRX. He's on 56. Fraser is on 42, joint with Prosser 14. Scooby G is on 38, with Adam Morris on 35. The Les is on 34 with Sandwalk 3, 29. Cop Marco has 27 with Shadowstalker DBS on 26. Johnny has 24, Yorkshire Stig 22, Cam 13 Diz has 20. Bob Mark 1 has 17 with the Dizzler also on 17. Danzo D7 has 16 points with Seeks 44 on 12. Gimp Buster has 8, Tilps 11, 5, and Burnt Fry has 3. In the Pro category, Boy Rexa leads that on 79 points from Jamie WRX on 56. Fraser is third, joint with Prosser on 42. Scooby G has 39 with Adam Morris on 35, joint with the Les. And Cam 13 Diz has 28 points. Meanwhile, in the Pro-Am category, things are shaping up to be a bit of a battle this season. Sandwalk 3 has 57 with Shadowstalker on 51. Cop Marco has 48 points to Johnny's 46. Yorkshire Stick has 38 with Bob Mark 1 on 36, joint with the Dizzler. Danzo has 26 and Seeks 44 on 23. Gimp Buster is on 12 and Burnt Fry on 8 points. So currently Prosser is on provisional pole position. With a 1:45.4. 3 minutes 53 remaining in qualifying. So, at the moment, Prosser is on pole position from Boyraxa. Then Jamie, who is 7/10 down on Prosser 14. NGR Fraser, he's currently 4th. He's 1.1 away from that elusive pole position. He's now been done by the Les, who's now 0.7 behind in 4th. Seeks is currently 6th. Lightblade 7th, Bob Mark 1 is in 8th, Tim in 9th, not a bad time there from Tim, 148.8. Shadowstalker is in 10th, with Scooby G 11th, not really set a great time there. Johnny 12th, BM Graham is in 13th, I might of course call him Graham. Sandwalk 3 is 14th, Firemedic 192, another debutant of the series. He currently hasn't set a time, is all over the shop going through Rauk. Adam Morris, currently in 16th without a time. Let's see him go through the line. Let's go for a lap with him around the Red Bull Ring. So we head down to the Lauda curve, obviously named after the late great Niki Lauda. Quite tight, don't run too on the exit, you'll get less traction and you'll lose time. Down the straight towards turn 2, this flicked left. Just absolutely flat. And into Ramus, where are you going to brake? You're braking at about 50 in these cars. Down to 40 mile an hour, get through the hairpin right. I think that was Jamie spinning off. Carry on, down this top straight. Over the crest, down the hill. So you hit the brakes into Schloss Gold. It's downhill braking, so you've got to brake a bit earlier than you would normally, and you've got to be careful because the camber will push you out wide. Someone spun out of Schloss Gold. We now head towards Rauk, this long left hand at the start of this inner loop effectively. Brake as late as you can, get it tucked in, then gradually bring the throttle in. Adam's run a bit wide, he's had to lift off again. Someone's had a big crash, that's Fraser. Into Worth. Again, just a touch of not too much because that will unsettle the car. Then flick right out. As easy as a corner that seems, and it really is not easy corners. Then we head down to Rind after he named it a Jochen Rind. Again, quite a deceptive one, it's tighter than it looks on entry. Down to the Red Bull Mobile for the final corner. Flick the right hand side curb, use a bit of curb on the exit on Adam, almost too much or too early on the power, getting a bit of wheel spin, and across the line now, and Adam puts it 4th quickest. As Boyraxa just sets the fastest lap. There he is. He's done a 1:44.7, meaning he's 7/10 quicker than anybody on the circuit right now. Into Schloss Gold comes Prosser on his latest lap. He's currently on 1:45.5. Seeks is doing a lovely job there in 3rd place. Out of Rauk and into Worth. Adam, and there's Fraser. Where's Jamie gone? Jamie's down in 7th of the moon. He's 1 point away as he heads into Rauk. Prosser be the first man to finish his qualifying session on the circuit. He's just coming through Rind. He's gone wide, a bit sideways into the Red Bull Mobile. Again, a bit wide. He's using those track limits a little bit too much. Let's see what sort of time he gets. Does not go quicker. Let's see, I don't know who that is ahead, but possibly Shadow Stalker. No, he's in the pits, don't know. But here comes Seeks, Scooby G. Scooby G puts it 6th. And Jamie puts it on pole position at 144.1 from the host. That's light blade we saw earlier. Bob Mark 1 coming across the line. So, the grid for round number 5. On row 1, Jamie takes pole from Boyraxer 14. Row 2, Prosser and Seeks. Row number 3, Adam Morris and Scooby G. Row 4 is Fraser and Niles. Row 5, Lightblade. Good start to his GT5 career. From Sandwalk in 10th. Row 6 is web user Johnny and Bob Mark 1. Row 7 is Shadow Stalker and BM Graham. 15th is Tim, and rounding out the grid is Fire Medic, who's not had the best of qualifying, but can certainly make up in the race. The only American here, everyone else from Britain. So we're going to have the ready up screen as we get ready to go underway here. Should be quite good. Obviously, this is a couple of variations of the Red Bull ring. It was the Osterreich ring, and there are many issues in F1 with that. Then it got changed to this layout, which was called the A1, the A1 ring. So Red Bull bought it, and it's now back on the F1 calendar, and the red, now known as the Red Bull ring. See people chatting away in the ready up screen, probably wondering what's going on, because as per usual, I expect there's someone waiting, taking their time. It's not an uncommon thing. We have 15 laps here. So we're going to have the 5 red light, so I say 5-3, but we're green in Austria for the Emily Linscott GT5s. It's pretty equal getaway at the front row. People in the background looking to make a move. So they head into Lauda for the first time. Boyraxer 14 at the inside, looks to make the move on for the lead. We're 3 wide behind. That's Anamores, Seeks and Prosser. But at the moment, the lead is side by side. Jamie's had the inside for turn 2, this little flick left-hander, but coming up towards Ramus. It's going to be Boyraxer on the inside. Jamie later on the brakes, he can afford to be. Looking for a switchback. I don't think he's quite got it. Boyraxer's done enough there. Further behind, Prosser is fighting with Adam Morris, and they've got seats right behind as they head down towards Schloss Gold for the first time at 15. Boyraxer having to defend into Schloss Gold. I don't think anything's going to come of that one though. Prosser around the outside. Well, he's stuck it around the outside. That's the lace in the background with Fraser. They're side by side, but there's the battle now for 3rd place, the final place on the podium. Prosser still down the inside. A little bit tweaky off the curb. Luckily, they've gotten away with it. Still side by side into Worth. Out of Worth, into the back straight effectively. Lacer's got past Fraser in the background. Prosser is looking all over. Adam Morris as we head into Rind. These guys need to start working together instead, using all the curb he can, and more on the exit. Prosser just can't find the way through. Already I can see Jamie and Boyrax, they're working together, looking to get away. Scooby G is looking potentially on a move for Seeks. That's not going to happen. Les is under attack from Fraser, not quite into the first corner at Lauder. On to lap number 2, Boyrax leads from Jamie. Prosser now under attack from Seas as we go up towards turn 2. Number 31 and 32. Scooby G looking to make this 3 wide, coming out towards Ramus now. Into Ramus, 3 wide potentially. And there's Seeks. Prosser's lost out to Seeks. Scooby's about to lose out to Les on the exit of Ramus. Wide to get a double overtake. It's not worked out, and he could taken here. There's Seeks. He's on the inside for Schlossgold. Although Prosser later on the brakes cuts him off. A lovely move from Prosser. And the Les completes the move. And now the Les is also looking at Seeks. Further behind, Fraser's under attack from Sandwalk. Seeks on the inside to Rauk. Down to Worth. Sandwalk has got past Fraser in the background. Oh, that's Prosser. He's gone off. So Prosser loses out there. He is down to 12th now in the race. After that spin, and the Les also completes that move on Scooby G. Oh, that's someone off. That is the Les. He's off at the Red Bull Mobile. Seeks maybe a flashlight and say, come on, let's work together here. We can go get Adam, pick up Adam and go after the leaders. Because the leaders are getting away. They're doing 144.5s. Someone else off in the background. That's Prosser. Oh, more action in the background. I don't know who that is. Not Graham, not Tim, not Fire Medic, that's whatever he's a Johnny in the background. Meanwhile, Sandwalk is gradually making his way up into 5th place. Fraser looking to the inside of Schlossgold, or is he defending really from Scooby G behind? But Scooby G's lost out 2 places. It's not exactly what he's aiming for. Lightblade is there. Prosser side by side with Bob Mark 1. Is that rain? That's rain I see. It's starting to rain. Now these are the GT5 variants of Ginetta's G40. Meaning they are on slick tyres. Sandwalk still 5th from Fraser behind from Scooby G from Lightblade. This is becoming one big train, but is anyone going to blink? The rain is starting to fall. And it's not going to be easy. As they all come through, down towards Schlossgold. Nightblade is on the back of Fraser. So you have to get... Oh, that must have been a tap into the Red Bull Mobile. And, yep, Fraser round. He's now lost places. And people starting to pit. We have the Les in the pits. Scooby G has gone in the pits. Fraser has disconnected. I don't think he's going to take too kindly to that. That was a bit of a punt. Boyer Axa 14 still leads. I think he's still on slicks. The first people to pit are the Les. It'll be interesting to see what happens with these guys. Seeks has magically got on the back of Adam. Out of nowhere, by the seams of it. But keep an eye on the Les and Scooby G. That's Tim. And Scooby just going out the pits. BM Graham has come in the pits. Yeah, keep an eye on their times. Because the Les is now 47 seconds down. And as the wet weather comes in, he's surely going to be quicker. But it looks like at the moment, times are not at that crossover period. I believe Adam and Seeks will be starting to work together here. They want to consolidate this third and fourth place battle. Because Sandwalk is going... Well, he's not quick. Wasn't quicker that last time around. He's quicker than Adam. As he almost goes off using the curbing. Pross is in the pits. He thinks it's time. Jamie is in the pits. He thinks it's time. They're the next group to blink. Who else is coming in the pit lane? It's going to be Bob Mark 1. Shadow Stalker's in the pits. This is going to be interesting. Boyer Access at a 146.8 last time around. And Amaris on 48, 48, 49. The layers, obviously, his time won't really be representative yet, as he'll be on his outlap. But he's coming up towards Rind. There's Adam. There's Jamie. He's just coming out now. Where is the Les in relation? He's about... Oh, Les is coming back in the pits. Okay, that's an interesting thing. Scooby G is nowhere near. I'm guessing they haven't swapped Les's tyres. So now we've got Jamie WRX to look for. He's just come out of the pits. And Boyer just coming into Rauk. Seeks has lost time to Adam, and now Sandlock's on his tail. These guys are still on slick tyres. Sandlock and Lightblade. And web user Johnny back in the pits. Pit crew's obviously not doing their jobs. Sandwalk. Really is. He's in the pits. Sandwalk in the pits. Boyer Ranks is in the pits. Adam Morris in the pits. Seeks has stayed out. Okay, now we've got a bit of a race on. There's Jamie. He's just coming down towards Worth. There he goes. He's just coming around the penultimate corner. Jamie coming around Red Bull Mobile now. Boyer Racks are just being released. There's Tim. Here comes Jamie. He's right behind Tim. This is going to be tight on the exit of the pit lane. It's not even going to be tight, actually. Boyer Raxa managed to do enough. I wonder if Jamie got a bit held up because he's lost time in that pit stop phase. And he's still behind Tim. This is going to be frustrating for Jamie. He pulls out. Tim's going to defend. Because remember, this is for position. But I don't know if Tim's still on the slick tyres at the moment. But right now, Siegs now leads this race from Lightblade. Now, Lightblade has gone sailing off in Rauk. Into the gravel. Siegs. What does he do this time around? He's in the lead. He's still got half a race. This is only going to get worse. He stays out again. He seriously cannot have good grip on slick tyres. What time is he setting on this? He sets a 1:56.5. Surely that's going to be crossover time. We won't be able to know. Well, actually, we might be able to know. What's Jamie on for? Because even though he's had to pass Tim, he'll still have a competitive time. As he comes into Red Bull Mobile with these boys, Lightblade in the pit lane. And you can see there, after his off, he's now lost time. So 1:56.5 for Siegs. Yeah, a 1:53.3 for Jamie. They're closing in on Siegs. Siegs has left it too late, I think, to pit. He's got a 25-second gap to Boyrexa, and if they're doing 3 seconds a lap quicker than him, that's not going to bode well for him. They go up into Ramus. We've taken a second out of him just through the first sector alone. Let's see if we've got any battles in the wet going on. Shadowstalker down in 10th. Johnny behind him. There's BM Graham. There's Bob. Bob's lost his front end, so that engine keeping nice and cool. The laird seemingly with pit stop issues. And Fire Medic doesn't have a bonnet either, but he's still in. The only retirement is Fraser. Although saying that, that's someone else's bonnet's gone flying off there. I think he's just hit it. Yeah, Fire Medic doing... Oh, he's gone off though. I think he might have caught a puddle. And he's dragged the car around. He's 3 and a bit minutes down. Siegs. I wonder, has he just gone for the pits and completely missed it? He's lost 6 seconds already. He set a 2:01. Siegs is in big trouble. He's in very big trouble. Pretty much everyone behind him is setting faster times. Anyone who's gone in and got wet tyres, they're going to be reining Siegs in like you wouldn't believe, and at 6 seconds a lap, it's even more than that. Oh dear. It's pretty much 9 seconds a lap these lot are taking out of Siegs. They're going to be with him within 2 laps. As Boyrexa heads down towards Ramus. And there's the proof. 2 tenths. Only 2 tenths this time down the first sector. Yeah, well, I think it probably is a second, to be honest. Let's have a look. We got side-by-side action. Lightblade. That's Sandwalk and Tim. Tim, I think, still on slates as well. He's having an awful time of it. Lightblade gets past. Here comes Scooby G as Tim goes in the barrier. And Scooby G gets passed into 8th place. Siegs needs to get in the pits. I don't think he's going to have much choice here. I think, is that Fire Medic off? No, someone else has retired. That's Fire Medic off there. And that's the Les. The Les has retired. Again, 6:44. Not pitting. He's lost about another 5-6 seconds this lap. Down to 12. Six managing a 2 minutes, 0.9. Consistent for Boy Rexer, 52.7. He's lost another 8 seconds. See, according to the times. The gap now 11 seconds. And Adam Morris doing a 55. He's not really closing in as much. So is Seeks now possibly thinking, I mean, that's still 5 seconds. But that's Prosser who's gone past Adam Morris now. Into 4th place. A little look at that one back on the stream. Also just down the inside. Also now starting to get away, going quicker than everyone. NGR Martin, good to see you, mate. It's how have you been? Saying Siegs is hoping for a red flag. I think he is, to be honest, and I don't think they're going to give it. He's now losing time rapidly. He's lost about another 6 seconds this time around. He's done a 50. He's actually getting quicker on the slicks. How is he going quicker? He's done like a 2:01 and a 2:02, 2 minute dead, and a 1:59. He's gradually improving his time on slick tyres. That's quite funny. But you look behind. He's lost another 7 seconds to the 4-time road champion, who's got the reigning P-Cars road champion. Yep, Jamie defeated Boy Rexer in Season 14's Race of Winners. Yeah, how are you, Martin? It's good to see you again. Jamie, this gap is closing, and it's closing at a rate of knots. Seeks does not want to see. Meanwhile, Tim has BM Graham, who, remember, Tim hasn't pitted either. He's looking to get some points by not pitting at all. And he's run wide at Lauda. BM Graham should have a run. I'm keeping my cursor hovered over the battle of first, because that's now getting down towards a second. BM Graham, he should be able to take. Siegs is off. Siegs is off. And that. And Graham would get to see the move getting done into Ramus by Graham. Joe Martin, good, thanks. Just chilling, being busy. Interesting. I wonder what you've been busy with. We are enjoying the race. It's getting a bit juicy with this weather changing. But Jamie has got past Seeks as well, probably because of their off. Now, the big question is, we've got 4 more laps to run. We've got lap 12, 13, 14 and 15, obviously. Seeks has a 14.8 second gap. Now, you can see the time there, 2:06, isn't representative. If he has a clean lap, he can do 1:59. However, if he makes mistakes, he's going to lose time quicker. Can he actually pull this off for a podium by not pitting for the wet tyre? Now, this race, although not many battles have been made, as Tim's gone off again on his slick tyres, that's going to cause issues, because Shadow Stalker's coming around at a rate of knots, about 90 to be precise, and increasing. He's going to look to the outside, coming down towards Rind. Back, pretty easy job. I wonder if Tim is now going to give up with the slicks. No, he's going to continue on. He's going to soldier on to the end. What a lad. The gap now, between third and fourth is 12.4. I don't see Seeks hanging this one out for the podium. He might get fourth still. But that's all I think he's going to get. I think Prost is going to close him in. Although it's gone back up to 14.3. So Prost maybe made a mistake into Schlossgold. I will apologise if anyone from Austria is watching this for my poor pronunciations. But Tim not really getting dropped here by Shadowstalker. Maybe he's managed to find a dry line. Seeks would love to know if there's a dry line somewhere out there in this in Lake Red Bull Ring. Bob at the moment currently in 13th, not last. Had a good outing last time, obviously stuck it out in the Pro-Am class. Jamie isn't catching Boyrax, which is a shame. They were close earlier on, helping each other. But Jamie came in a lap earlier, and it's not worked out. The undercut has not worked in this rainy condition. Seeks. Something's happened to Prosser. Prosser is now way down. He's behind Adam Morris, so I think Prosser's gone off somewhere. And now Seeks has a 20-second gap. Now that he can hold. Seeks might just get third here. As long as he doesn't crash the car, and he's sensible, Seeks could stay in this podium position, staying on slicks the whole race. But now you've got a battle between Prosser and Adam Morris. As you can see, that's what Prosser can see from the inside of the car. He looks to the inside, decides better of it, probably a good idea. He's going to look for a good exit. He's got a bit of a similar one, to be honest. As you now head down towards Schlossgold. We look to the inside. We hit the brakes. Bit of contact. Prosser almost going round. So we now head towards Rauch for the 13th time. The leader's coming. Oh, Prosser now on the grass. Still holds it side by side with Adam Morris. Trying to go around the outside of Rauch. That's not going to be easy. They're still side by side heading into Worth. I'd like to see what happens between. They're still side by side out of Worth. There's contact, both of them off. And guess who's there to pick up the pieces? It's Lightblade 2K18. Yeah, looks like there was contact coming out of Schlossgold. And heading through Worth. Oh, Prosser catches a puddle. And yeah, I think he just let Adam back through, as he probably should, because he did cause that collision. And Joe Martin saying, laughing, if Seeks makes third, that's ridiculous. I mean, talk about ballsy move of the century as Prosser now gets back past Adam into Loud Curve. We're on the penultimate lap. No one's catching Seeks unless he bins the car. And Lightblade on DBU, I believe, for the GT5s. Don't think I've seen him in GT5s before. I could be wrong, as I usually am, to be fair, at these things. But Prosser now in 5th. And Sandok is on the tail of Adam Morris as they head out of Reimers. Martin, would you say, if Seeks gets third, I mean, that's driver of the race, I think, is it not? To stay out of slicks and keep third place. Be interesting to see what your thoughts are on that one. See, there's Tim, he's still on slicks as well. Bob Mark 1 is coming round to... Canada for driver of the season. Yeah, I agree with you there, Martin, to say, yeah, to hell with it. I'm going on slicks, although Although, he's made a mistake somewhere. He's lost a lot of time. He's now only got 8.2 to Lightblade. Martin, certainly the race. Yeah, well, he's now caused himself a bit of pressure by what seemingly looks like he's made a mistake, and he's lost time. You know, this big train, but no one anywhere near close enough to making a move. Sandwalk's doing well. But Lightblade leading the Pro-Am class at the moment, but I think, as it stands, because this is only his first race, the provisional win would go to Sandwalk, and once Lightblade completes 3 races, he would get rewarded with those points, based on filler situations. Anyway, this man, Jamie's made a mistake somewhere. He's now 10 seconds behind. And Seeks is now only 7 ahead of Lightblade. But Boy Raxa, he's, yeah, pretty perfect. Pretty perfect race here. He's done well. He's not really put a foot wrong. And it will be Boy Raxa 14 who will take the win at Red Bull Ring for round number 5 of the Emily Linscott Ginetta GT5s. Jamie WRX will come home for a respectable second there. That's what he needs for his championship right now. Further behind, it's going to be Tim. Bob is in 12th. He'll finish 12th. Tim in 13th. But this is what we need to see. Seeks. There's Lightblade in the background. He's got 3.2 seconds heading into the final couple of corners. Seeks is really struggling now into the Red Bull Mobile. This is the final corner. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Seeks 44. Sorry, Seeks is actually in the Pro-Am class. He wins Pro-Am, and he takes 3rd place on slick tyres. Lightblade 2K18 finishes in 4th. Prosser 14 finishes 5th. Adam Morris is in 6th. Closely followed by Sandwalk 3, Web User Johnny, and then Scooby G. BM Graham is going to finish in 10th place. And Martin is laughing at the fact that Seeks just got 3rd, staying on slick tyres. I mean, that is a phenomenal drive, and most certainly drive of the day. And quite possibly drive of the season. I mean, you don't see many of that, but BM Graham on debut, taking 10th place. Shadow Stalker will come home in 11th. And Fire Medic, who's gone round coming out of Worth, again probably clipping a puddle. Is he actually going to get to the line? He's got 18 seconds left. Fair play, he's 5 minutes down, but yeah, fair play, he stuck it out. As he comes around the final corner, he's got 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He'll be in 14th place. So the provisional results for the Emily Linscott GT5s from round 5 in the Red Bull Ring GP. Boy Raxa 14 takes the win from Jamie WRX. Seeks magically gets that home in 3rd on slick tyres. Lightblade 2K18 takes 4th with Prosser in 5th. Adam Morris is 6th with Sandwalk in 7th. Mr. Johnny is 8th with Scooby G 9th. BM Graham is 10th. Shadowstalker 11th. Bob Mark 1 is in 12th. Tim 13th again on slick tyres. Fire Medic be 14th. The Les retired after 7 laps. The fastest lap of the race going to Boy Raxa 14 with a 1:44.564. So that's it for the GT5s. Next up is going to be my point of view from the Formula Rookies round Red Bull Ring, which I believe is dry this time. So join me for that one very shortly, but we do thank Emily Linscott for her support in this series, and all the drivers are very grateful for it. But for those of you watching, thank you all for watching. Join us next week, where we shall be somewhere Where are we going to be next? We are going round number 6, Monza Short for these cars. So that's going to be absolute chaos. So do join in for that, because that's going to be enjoyable to watch, I should think. But until then, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening.